Howdy ho, everyone. Happy Thursday to you. Glad you could make it to this exciting Thursday launch of a Falcon 9 SpaceX Falcon 9. So I just got thrown off because the stupid YouTube studio is replaying my video and it's like an echo only of my face. It's a face echo. Threw me off. Let's go ahead and muster up. Man, it's been a while since we've done one of these. At least it feels that way. But let's muster up. Where you from? What you munching on? I'm repping the Falcon Heavy mug today. I was kind of having Falcon Heavy withdrawals. I miss it. We need to see one of these babies. Thank you, mods, for modding. Thank you, eccentric members, for tuning in. We got Lab Padre in the house. What's up, Admiral? What's up? I'm glad you can make it. Justin DeLong, thank you so much for having that wrench next to your name. Same with you, Apatox and the Nerd. Thank you, guys. Some familiar faces in the house. We got Oklahoma. Hey, what's up, South Africa, Norway, Texas. Wilmington, North Carolina is back. Westmont, Illinois, plural. All right. Welcome, guys. Buda, Texas. Awesome. Mocha. Fancy. You fancy, huh? Tampa Bay, Florida. Czech Republic. What's up, everyone? Canada. All right. As you can see right here, SpaceX just started their live stream. We'll get to that here in a second. Let's go ahead and look over the mission synopsis. Shalloway. Let's go to display one. Big transition. No, we don't want that. Oh, yeah, we do. We want that display. We're going to minimize that. Make sure you like SpaceX's video because they deserve it. Go to spacex.com/launches, not lunches, or you'll go somewhere else. Scroll down, you'll get what's going on. So this is the GPS-3 Space Force launch. And what's so exciting about this mission is that this is the first time the military has given SpaceX the green light to go ahead and use one of their reused vehicles. Little asterisk there, the booster that they're using was previously used on the previous GPS-3 mission. This is the GPS-5 mission. The booster was used on GPS-4. Okay. And they will land it on the drone ship. Just read the instructions. All right, on the Atlantic, I believe that's the drone ship. Yep, that's the drone ship because, of course, I Still Love You has made its way to the West Coast. Scroll on down, meow. We'll have that landing in about T plus 8.5 minutes. And then an hour and a half later, they will deploy that vehicle. Today is Thursday, and as you guys know, Thursdays are my busy days because I work on tomorrow's episode, so I will not be sticking with you through this whole thing. But if you'd like to continue watching after the booster landing, there's the first link in the description. We'll send you to SpaceX's live stream that we're going to watch right meow. Okay, right meow. Meow. Also, there's a link in the description for eccentric patches. For those of you who are interested, my mommy runs that shop, and she just came out with new patches. So I'm going to go to me really quick. First up, we got the Mars or Bust patch, and it has Velcro on the back so you can stick it wherever you want. And we also have the Starship to Mars patch. Pretty sweet, okay? And spoiler alert, we do have polos coming very, very soon. So Alex, if you're watching, that's for you, bro. You can get those now. Again, link in the description for those patches. They're pretty sweet, and they are made to order. And I think my mom already has some of them made, so it might take a little bit, but get your orders in now, and she'll have those shipped out to you ASAP. John Randolph is also here, and he is sipping on. I guess you could sip on mac and cheese. That's how I eat it. Gross. It goes right down the gullet, man. Mac and cheese. I haven't actually had mac and cheese for a while. Lawyer wife loves mac and cheese. Rick Stasik is coming from Cocoa, Florida. Yes, polos are coming. Get pumped. Get excited. I don't even have one yet. I should probably get one, right? I mean, I have the demo polos, but I don't know if they're fitted to me yet or not. What's up, Joey Bag of Donuts? Hey, what's going on, man? So what we're looking at right now, we'll go big screen with SpaceX Stream here. You're looking at the Falcon 9 vehicle, and it's looking pretty smoky, right? That's normal. Smoking's bad for you, but smoking's good. And I know I say that a lot, but I love doing that South Park voice. It's fun. This is fun. Smoking's bad. So the reason to smoke is they actually load the Falcon 9 rocket with RP1, which is like kerosene and liquid oxygen, and it's really cold cryo temp. So when they load it on there, you know, the warm Florida air kind of has that condensation boil off going on that you're seeing there. They also vent it because as it sits in the rocket's tanks, it warms up naturally because it's no longer being refrigerated. and they got to release that pressure, that gas somewhere as it boils off. And if they don't, the rocket will pop. So kerosene and oxygen and liquid oxygen is not what Starship uses, which I am repping the Starship shirt today. The Boom Time tee. I guess that's false advertisement because it's a different kind of boom time. Starship uses methane and liquid oxygen, and the reason why they do that is because if you're going to land on Mars and come back, you need to use the resources of Mars to make that happen, and they can, do in situ refueling using methane and liquid oxygen from the natural resources of Mars. Okay. Let's see what they're talking about.
Throwing that combustion exhaust out of the engine nozzles in one direction, and that
it's John
on the rocket in the opposite direction. And this is a great example of Newton's third law of motion. For every action,
there's an equal and opposite reaction. Beat you to it, John. You're too slow, bro. Come on, you're a professional. Man, thinking of Newton's third law, first law, second law, it makes me miss teaching my physical science class. Man, that was my favorite class to teach because we got to play with model rockets. Yeah, there he is. Man, John's looking younger. How's he doing?
Landing on our drone ship and for the fairing recovery. So with that, the launch vehicle, satellite, the weather, the range are all good to go for a 12:09 p.m. Eastern liftoff from Space Launch Complex 40.
As we mentioned earlier, today's GPS-3 Space Vehicle 5 mission is for the U.S. Space Force.
I like this lady. She always looks like she's in a good mood. She's a very positive person. At least she comes off that way, and that's awesome. So yes, Space Force mission. Go Space Force. I got to see what you guys are talking about here. Clint Van Dyke. I need to put my mom to work. Yeah. I didn't put my mom. She runs her own embroidery shop. She started it as making masks for COVID early last year, and it just kind of branched off, and now she embroiders kids' clothing. And she was like, hey, I can do patches for you. I was like, do it, Mom. Keep all the revenue yourself, and it's free advertising from me. Awesome. It's a win-win. I wonder if they have music going on here. Of course they do. I don't want to get demonetized and get a strike. I have too many of those already. Just kidding. Not yet, at least. We got a lot of people from Lab Padre flooding into the channel, huh? Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I keep an eye on Lab Padre stream every day just to see what's going on there. We got plenty to talk about for tomorrow's episode. I don't have the script written yet. I just have the research done. But I do have my my video for my message tomorrow done. So look out, NASA. I'm coming for you. Look out. Fair warning, you've been warned. Coming for your woke ideologies that you've inherited from this administration. Mark Kreider has a patch and it's awesome. Thanks, Mark, for supporting the mommy. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. And tomorrow we'll have probably a few honorable mentions, and Jeffy Bezos will be one of them. If you didn't know, he's volunteered himself as tribute to go up on his first human-rated rocket, all right, with his brother and a couple other people. One guy that paid $28 million to go with him. Why would you pay any money to get in a rocket with Jeffy? But so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Virgin Galactic and maybe another one or two. I don't want to spoil the whole thing because I know some of you like to be left in suspense of what the honorable mention is going to be this week. All right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to see China launch, but I think I read an article headline that didn't they launch humans for like the first time in almost a half decade just this morning? Is that what happened? Again, I didn't have time to actually look into that yet. I try not to feature them too much, although I do from time to time, just because I heavily disagree with their philosophies. Like I find their government to be really evil, and I don't want to support them. But that's just me.
Everything continues to be go for launch. We've had a quiet countdown throughout the morning. Now on your screen, you see the large structure next to Falcon 9. That's the strong back. At any moment,
that's the strong back, and at any moment it will retract a few degrees, and then when it launches, it will retract even further. Alex, thanks for the super chat, man. Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, Kev? Local workaholic here. Yep. Whenever you're not participating, Alex, I always know it's because you're busy with your job. Alex is he's a youngin', but he's a hard worker, and I respect that. There goes the strong back, it looks like. Alex, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you just tuned in or not, but my mom is working on the polos. They should be releasing in a week or two, maybe. We'll see. We got the patches ready to go. So check that out in the description below if you're interested. They reached their space station a little while ago, and I think they're on board it now. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I think they launched the first part of their new space station, back in April, I believe. And China now launched their first people since 2016 or something. I'm glad they made it there. All right. Dennis Aston, link to your store? Yes. Both the link to my Teespring shop and to my mom's Etsy store for the patches are in the description below this video. So go ahead and check that out. All right, good. I'm glad you got it.
Oxygen loading on the first stage.
3 minutes. We're doing this. It looks gorgeous.
Stage one, pogo, please.
It's gorgeous here in Ohio as well. I guess I should tell you where I'm coming from if you haven't watched before. Central Ohio. I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you. A little late on that.
We're closing out liquid oxygen loading on the first stage. Falcon 9 and GPS teams are continuing to track no issues for launch. The weather continues to look good. The range is ready to support. Now, the SpaceX team is monitoring completion of LOX loading on stage 2. That's due to finish up at about T-minus 2 minutes.
We're just going to turn this down a little bit. So a lot of drama has actually been going on. A lot of articles released this week concerning SpaceX and some legal action. If there's time, I might have to get the lawyer wife in on tomorrow's episode, but we'll see. She's quite busy these days. She works in the energy sector now as a lawyer, so a lot going on with that. But we'll see what we can do. I know you guys like her more than you like me. It's fine. I get it. Let's light this popsicle stick. Yeah, you wouldn't want to stick your tongue to it, though. You'd lose your tongue. And probably your life. It's really cold. John got a patch. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, bro. John's a local Brownsville. John, you're a teacher, right? What do you teach, John? I teach history. I think you teach social studies, but that might just be a guess. John's a good dude. He has his own YouTube channel as well.
Now our next event will be startup called out at T-minus 1 minute. At that point, the first and second stage computers on Falcon 9 are executing stored programs to prepare the rocket for flight, leading to ignition of the Merlin engines at T-minus 2 seconds and liftoff at T0.
Oh.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
15 seconds.
Eric Beavers. Thank you for that, Eric Beavers. I don't know how that happened. My chat or my live stream was a little behind there, but we're with it just in time. Thanks, Eric.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff. Go Falcon, go GPS.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressures are nominal.
T plus 36 seconds. SpaceX launch engineers report nominal conditions on Falcon 9. We begin the trip to space carrying the GPS-3 satellite. Merlin engines about to throttle down. We're in the throttle bucket.
Telemetry.
Decreasing acceleration of preparation for maximum dynamic pressure.
Such a smooth ride, man.
Towards Cape Canaveral.
Vehicle is supersonic.
We're throttling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're out of the throttle bucket and we're supersonic.
Yeah, you see it break the sound barrier? Rock on, bro. Awesome.
Now from here on, even though velocity is rapidly increasing, the atmospheric density is decreasing. And that's resulting on less loads on the Falcon 9. And you've heard the call out, we're through max Q, so the loads are now decreasing on the launch vehicle.
All right, we can no longer hear the rockets, so I'm going to turn this down. Yes, Paul Norwood, you made it just in time. We all made it thanks to some of you like Eric Beavers who gave me the heads up. Kevin, your stream isn't live. Like what? Oh, so this is why you join me for my live streams, because we time travel, dude. We time travel. We just skipped that whole last T-1 minute and we went straight to the liftoff. Thank you guys. Yeah. All right, so as John was saying, as the Falcon 9 rocket flies further through the atmosphere thins, and that plume you're looking at behind the rocket starts to spread out because those molecules start to spread out. It's always fun to see. That was really cool watching it break the sound barrier. We don't always get to see that, so it always gets me excited. Probably more excited than it should, really.
Throttle down the first stage engines to hold 4G constant acceleration, coming up on main engine cutoff.
Here we go. Do it.
H separation confirmed.
Light. Boom time. Yeah,
And
second
we've
boom
got,
time.
as you can hear the cheering in the background, successful stage separation. Second stage is now under power of the single Merlin vacuum engine. You may have noticed some curved pieces of metal come off the end of the nozzle right after ignition. That's normal. These are ground
Both
handling
vehicles are
tubes.
following nominal trajectory.
Yeah, so he's talking about you might have saw on the second stage Merlin engine here, right around the rim of the bell nozzle. Whenever it lights up, you always see some parts fly off of that, and that's just, like he said, ground handling tubes. It's a support structure to keep the integrity of it while it's being transported and stuff. And on the left-hand side of your screen, now bring it back. We'll talk about it when it comes back. Yeah, I don't know why, but I always get, there go the fairings, I always get a little nervous whenever they do stage sep, because I'm just like waiting for it. You got to have that separation, bro. Oh, I love watching that too. Look at that fairing. Peace out, deuces, fairing. See you back in the ocean for splashdown. So this is the first mission, actually, where they're using the Haas Briarwood. The Haas Briarwood ship, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow. For fairing recovery, they're not using Go Navigator or Go Searcher anymore for that, at least for now. It's probably temporary. So there we go. On the left-hand side of your screen, you see some grid fin action going on there. They're made out of titanium. They're about the size of a smart car. Those are used for steering through the atmosphere and orientation. Then you also see some poofage action going on here. Some poofs. There was a poof, a big poofer. All right. Uh-oh. Kunu's yelling at someone right now. And that's the RCS system. That's for RCS thrusters for also orientating. It's for steering the rocket as well. Yes, poofs. Those things are so poofy. I forget, but I tried doing the research of how much PSI they use in those COPVs that hold that cold gas nitrogen for those poofs, those RCS thrusters. I think I found I couldn't get an exact number, but I think it's around 5,000 PSI, which I also looked at how much pressure it would require to decapitate someone. And I think what I came to the conclusion of, and I can't confirm this, but I'm pretty sure if you were to put your face or inside one of these poofer ports or try to put your mouth over the whole thing and it fired, it would take your head off. That's pretty awesome, right? I mean, if that doesn't get you excited for science, what will?
We relight the center E9 engine on the first stage, and then partway through we relight the
Both vehicles
E1
continue to follow nominal trajectories.
and E5 engines. So we will have a total of 3 M1D engines helping to slow the vehicle down as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. You can see a great live look at that Falcon 9 first stage there as it's coasting back down. Now, the Falcon 9 supporting today's mission will perform this entry burn for the second time, and both fairing halves will re-enter for the first time. This booster previously supported the November 2020 GPS-3 mission, and we're pretty excited to watch today's landing because it marks the first mission we're supporting for the U.S. Space Force with a flight-proven booster.
Yeah, hope they nail it. Well, they already did anything that the Space Force cares about. They got their second stage off the first stage, so now we just need to land this first stage, and on the left-hand side of your screen there, it's coming in fast, and there's that re-entry burn slowing down the booster slightly so it doesn't rip itself apart when it slams into the denser parts of the atmosphere. And then later it will relight for a second time to land on the booster. All right. Now, I mean, I think in the previous launch that we watched, they called it the boost back burn when it's actually the reentry burn. I don't know if that's like a synonymous thing. Maybe SpaceX is looking at that now, but I always assume that, you know, a boost back burn was when they land the booster back at LZ1 or 2 on the coast, because they actually have to, after they separate the first stage and second stage, they flip the booster, they burn it to do that boost back burn to head towards the coast. But this Falcon 9 booster, like most of them, are not boosting back toward the coast. They're just falling on their, you know, parabola trajectory back through the atmosphere, and they're going to land on the drone ship. Just reading the instructions. So we had that first re-entry burn, and now we're about to have our landing burn. Look at them clouds. Oh, love them clouds. Holy jeez, I want to lick them. That's an old Adam Sandler reference. Not the clouding, or just the licking part. Holy jeez, I wanted to lick them. All right, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud now. I should probably just be quiet. Let's turn the volume up and get ready for the most exciting part of this video.
Call out that stage 1 is now transonic.
Stage 2 has entered terminal guidance.
Now, just 1 second after the start of the landing burn, we will actually have second engine cutoff
Stage 2 flight termination system is safe.
on the second stage on the right.
See on the left-hand side of the screen there, right underneath the grid fin?
Stage 1 landing burn has started.
It doesn't come right over the drone ship until the very last minute because they don't want to slam it into the deck
burn,
if it fails.
landing burn. And Seco 1. There's the first stage coming in.
To the left, to the left, to the left. Oh, nice! Yeah, they kept drone ship video.
What a beautiful view of that first stage landing. And we did get a confirmation from our second stage of a nominal orbit. You can hear the cheering in the...
Yeah, I love hearing that cheering, dude. Dude, that was not a bullseye landing, which is atypical for SpaceX. Usually they hit that bullseye, but that was awesome. That just made it more exciting, and the fact that they kept the drone ship feed so we can get both angles, pretty sweet. We rarely get that with drone ship footage, man, because usually it cuts out. Ryan Hamstra. If I remember right, the last one where they called it a boost back burn, it didn't follow the normal parabolic entry, but it returned halfway. You might be right about that. Thank you, Ryan, for that tip and that informative comment. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you gotta... The thing about words and lingos is that it's all made up. Made up by humans. And it's just a social contract that we all agree that words mean the same thing. Okay. All right. Well, that was fun, guys. That was really exciting. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one again and again and again, because it was brilliant. Column gold. Excellent work for that. Excellent use for that word, brilliant. You must be from the UK. You sound like you're from London. All right. Well, you guys, I'm going to call it there early because I need to get right back to work on tomorrow's video. Again, like I was saying earlier, we're going to have plenty of stuff to talk about. We're going to have a bunch of Starship news and drama. All right, SpaceX is being attacked from all sides legally. Yeah, it's definitely worth discussing, because if some people get their way, we won't be going to Mars, at least not anytime soon. And of course, we'll have probably several honorable mentions, and we'll discuss more upcoming missions. All right. Thank you, Lab, for tuning in. Thank every one of you for tuning in. Michael, Ernest, every other patron that's watching right now, and eccentric members on YouTube. And thank all of you who maybe can't afford a membership. That's cool, man. Or some of you I know like to buy my swag, my shirts, my mugs, or my mom's patches, you know. And if you can't afford any of that, that's fine too. Just thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for experiencing this awesome ADD moment. I want that piece of giant frozen oxygen to float away. Bring it back. I gotta see it. Here it is. See it? Oh, it moved a little bit since they moved the camera. It needs to float away. Oh, it's bugging me. All right, sorry. All right, guys, you have a great rest of your work day. You're almost through the work week. Hang in there. Don't do anything I would do. God bless you, and Godspeed.